a new episode of Growth Stories, the minicast where we get to the bottom of the best on-chain growth insights. I am Kriptena, your co-host, and today I'm joined by Nicole Schaefer, Senior Marketing Manager at M0, the universal stablecoin platform. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Laura. Good to see you again.
Good to have you here. All right, let's dive into it. I liked the recent Everything is a Bank campaign. Can you share the thinking behind it?
Of course, that was a very fun campaign to work on. I think it's definitely my favorite to date out of everywhere I've been. But the thinking behind it and why we chose like a bold, even slightly provocative slogan and, what we were hoping for builders and the broader ecosystem to take from it is M0's Everything is a Bank campaign was really anchored in our vision that blockchains and stablecoins are on the cusp of radically, like this is serious, disrupting financial services compared to, 10 years ago. Building a fintech today can be dramatically cheaper, faster, and more composable because of stablecoins serving as those rails for value transfer. So the main trend we see is democratization of access to digital financial services, platforms for builders which will allow financial primitives to be embedded anywhere and everywhere. So that's the idea behind the campaign. And actually, Everything is a Bank is a joke, an exaggeration on the trend. So if everything is a bank, nothing is a bank. So well, I think a lot of people got the joke. If you took it seriously, okay, but we chose Everything is a Bank as the spear point message of the campaign because it sounds different than the typical anti-institutional crypto stance. And our intention was to pique interest by putting forward a slogan that at first glance doesn't feel anti-institutional. And also just using the word bank as well just makes people think it's like, what the heck? And this campaign really focuses on builders. We believe stablecoin infrastructure should serve builders, not extract from them. So that's kind of the whole idea behind the campaign and the video itself.
It's really good to hear how it came to life, and I felt like it was a really creative campaign. So I just loved it overall, and
Thanks.
I saw quite a good amount of positive engagement there. So yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah. So stablecoins are indeed a big narrative right now in Web3, and I feel like they are probably the biggest product and the best product market fit that crypto has at the moment. Do you feel like this helped in any way with growing the brand?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. Obviously stablecoins represent one of the clearest examples of product market fit in crypto today, like you said. And everyone calls it the killer use case in crypto for a reason. And I think the narrative has driven credibility for the entire ecosystem, driven credibility and interest in traditional finance, and also spurred serious media spike. Stablecoins for a minute, I felt like they were in the news every day, and also with regulation as well. But I think whenever there's demand and adoption, new partners and integrators lean in and begin to learn, just like traditional finance's interest in stablecoins, I think really amplified that conversation, like Bank of America wanting to do their own stablecoin. And then obviously with our stablecoin bills happening, I think it's exciting to see how far we've come and how things have evolved in the space. But I think at M0, our team anticipated this trend early. And I think M0, by enabling companies to build their own application-specific stablecoins, they were really ahead of the curve. M0 took 2 years to build. That is no walk in the park. And as use cases have shifted from simple payments, it's become evident that many businesses want branded stablecoins under their control and for those use cases to be specific to their product, which M0 can do. And I think our leadership team, I call them stablecoin royalty. They're from MakerDAO, now Sky, and Circle. They have over a decade of experience in the stablecoin space, and they knew firsthand that we needed an improvement. So I think, yes, definitely the attention was great for M0 and people learning more about M0. But I also think being the first universal stablecoin platform for builders and providing the infrastructure that companies can issue and manage and integrate stablecoins safely and efficiently is why people choose M0. By builders, for builders, I always say. And I think the broader stablecoin narrative has amplified our brand by aligning us with a proven product market fit, which is really exciting. But I think M0 is definitely beyond the hype and just delivering a reliable platform, which builders need.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like that. And, basically, if builders, they're your target audience, have you had any challenges in marketing these, selling infrastructure to builders rather than having a consumer-facing product?
Yeah, I like that question too, because we kind of went back to basics and really tried to evaluate who actually is the builder, because builder is quite broad. That could be an individual developer, that could be a CTO, that could be a product lead. So I think actually figuring out, be really specific who that builder is really helped us market this correctly. And you really need to segment messaging by the role. So like addressing hands-on, like if it's a developer, you're addressing hands-on the technical details. I think devs, they're going to really need solid docs, and it's education focused. And I think it's like long cycle engagement. That's specifically for a developer. So like docs will make or break you, for example. But I think with consumers, I want to say it's a little more emotional appeal. Messaging has to be insanely simplified, like dumb it down, really. I think marketers are supposed to be like a digestive system, and consumers don't need to know all the technical bits like a developer. So I think for consumers, you just really need to highlight how the solution makes their life better and tap into that and put yourself in their shoes. So I guess that's kind of the difference. But I think evaluating and segmenting the specific role of the builder, because the builder could be different for everybody. It could be a product decision maker, it could be a CTO, it could be a dev. So I think going back and figuring out who that is in your pipeline is going to be very important.
Yeah, that's really good. So if we talk about metrics, besides the traditional social media metrics, which on-chain metrics would you say are worth tracking?
Yeah, so I think traditional marketing metrics still can apply to crypto. I don't think we're rewriting the book, but I think the difference obviously is community and the focus in crypto on community. Web2 obviously isn't like that. And since my focus is heavily on brand awareness at this point, which actually brand awareness can be difficult to track, but I focus on audience growth and engagement. So specific metrics that really matter to me are impressions, so the reach of the specific campaign or tweet. Like I've been really tracking that with everything. It's a bank campaign, clicks, replies, likes, things like this. Clicks, obviously, I want to see if they're going to the website, if they're going to the blog specifically, and how many clicks we actually generated. And then engagement is also like, is the community actually interested in this? Like, I think for crypto, specifically like replies is also very important. You want to see what people are saying about you, and hopefully it's good things. So I think like Twitter is kind of like this ongoing conversation, like these threads, right? So you want to like actually engage with the people.
Do you feel like any of these, well, not of these metrics, but other metrics are overrated and, you shouldn't really pay much attention to them?
I think with all of the, like obviously I mentioned specifically brand awareness metrics that I'm really paying attention to, but I think marketing's so data driven that I care about all these analytics. I don't think I can take one away and say one's overrated. I'm like, I want to understand everything. So, and like the different platforms, like I care about which platform's doing the best, and that helps me focus more. So yeah, I mean, analytics might not be the most fun, but it's very important. See the data as your brief.
No, great. That's good. It's good to follow the data. But marketing doesn't stop at metrics and social media and digital. So beyond digital, what is your marketing strategy?
Yeah. So one thing we've been really focusing on outside of just digital at M0 is we do these highly curated, BD focused exclusive dinners, not like a crazy happy hour and splashing lots of money into that. We try and be careful on who we invite and really want truly valuable conversations. And I feel like these more exclusive dinners have been more valuable to M0 versus doing like a lavish happy hour where the ROI is actually very little, versus if we curate the dinner properly and are strategic about it, like we're not only building those relationships and improving those relationships, but there's more potential for business. So it's been interesting, like curating events like that. We actually have a dinner coming up at 11 Madison Park in New York around permissionless, and it's going to be a really big, fancy, nice event. And we've really put so much thought into who is coming to this. And I think there's potential for M0 to also do like annual M0 ecosystem dinners where it's only like 25 to 30 people that can come. So I think the exclusive side has actually really served M0.
Yeah, quality over quantity, and
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of value there in the event. So yeah, you said you're based in New York. How is the crypto community there?
Yeah, it's great. I love living in New York. I think there's so many people moving here because of the crypto scene, and it's really exciting. Our CEO is actually based in Brazil, and he has major FOMO. He wants to come to New York as well. M0 is getting an office, and actually one trend I've really seen is I think Like crypto used to be a remote first industry, and that's how we were recognized. But I feel like there's a lot of startups that are in person just building and grinding here in New York. So I really appreciate the energy, and it's the crypto people have started to bleed into my normal life, and I have friends that are working in crypto now. And it's been really funny. Like there's just so many people working in crypto here, and it's fun. There's side events every single week here, which is great for just networking, but also like learning more about like what people are building. So I think the energy here in New York has been really exciting, but also a huge signal that now actually crypto's in the US. It wasn't like that last year. It's nice bringing different levels into the mix and learning from each other, because I still think even if you're entering crypto, you still have a different vision and ideas. So I really appreciate the community aspect. And also at the end of the day, women need to support other women, especially in crypto. It's male dominated. So I think I would really encourage SheFi for the community aspect and meeting new women and networking. It's just a great opportunity. And for those who don't have much crypto experience, there is classes available. So I feel like the classes were very valuable. I obviously had been in crypto before, but I still found some of the classes actually really like a good refresh. So I think even if you've been in crypto a while, there's some classes that are just good refresh in general.
It's awesome to hear. Now, Nicole, time for a rapid fire round. So quick answers only.
Okay.
One thing every Web3 event needs, but must forget.
Ooh, okay, I have two, but I'll go with one. A clear follow-up funnel. I think how attendees go from interested or what, like after that, like an event, for example, what does that look like? Is it a Luma blast? I don't think that's that impactful. So I think after these events, what are you actually doing?
Makes sense. What's the most overrated trend in Web3 marketing right now?
Ooh, I'm going to say paying for buzz and not aligning incentives and objectives. So I'd tie that into influencer marketing. Be careful.
These crypto Twitter KOLs. Yeah. What is something crypto marketing teams should prioritize?
Data. We're going back to basics.
You love your data.
I do. I'm going to say data. Data is your brief, and you need to evaluate that data and then pivot your strategy.
Amazing. Well, that concludes my round of questions. How can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. My handle is Nicole Schaefer with 3 R's, or on LinkedIn under M0.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nicole. And that wraps up another episode of Growth Stories. If you enjoyed these insights, make sure to subscribe and collect these episodes on pods.media. I'm your co-host, Kryptena, and we'll catch you in the next episode.